Well, it's finally a halfway cool morning here in North Carolina, in my part anyway. It was chilly this morning early when the sun come up. Well, there ain't no sun, it's cloudy. But when I was out there this morning having my coffee, it was pretty chilly. I about needed my sweater. So I put sleeves on. Look, y'all have never seen me in sleeves. When I put this shirt on, I'm like, you know what? They've never seen me in sleeves. So I'm thinking by the time it hits 72, this is going to come off. Anyway, I didn't tell you yesterday. I got so caught up in flaring my Happy Meal. I didn't tell you about my chiropractor visit. And it went really well. He finally got to read my x-rays from Wednesday. That was 10 sessions from the first day I was there and we took x-rays. So he put them up on the thing. He showed me the before. He said, do you see that little cloudy spot? It was just a little cloudy spot in between the bones. The back of the bones were touching and just, you could barely see it. So then he showed me Wednesdays. He said, now do you see that line? You could actually see a line. So the vertebrae are moving off of that disc. He says, I mean, it's not a lot, but any movement is movement. If you go from not having a space to having a space, to me, that's big. He said he thinks if we keep the course that we hopefully will be able to get it off of that nerve. And that's what I'm waiting on. So keep your fingers crossed that it just keeps getting better and moves more, because if it'll come off this nerve, my life will change. And that is no exaggeration. So when I got through there, I told David when I left, I said, now, I've been in the house for 3 weeks with Sebastian. I said, so I might be home after the doctor or I might not. Well, I was not. I went to the Goodwill, and then I got something at the Goodwill that I needed to find something to go with it, so I went to Wanda's, and she didn't have it, so I'm probably going to have to order it off eBay. But I did find something else at Wanda's, so when I get back, I'm headed to the dollar store. Did I say that? I'm headed to the dollar store. So when I get back, I'll try to pull everything out. Well, it's not much, but I'll show you what I got. But I have to go to the dollar store this morning because I ran out of Tidy Bowl. And let me tell you, once you've had blue toilet water, there is no going back. I can't do it. I looked in there, I'm like, wait a minute, something don't look right. I'm like, I didn't have another one under my sink. I normally stock up because can't find them all the time. They get gone. And let me head on. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. So for 3 weeks, I have had my hair dryer in the bathroom because I normally keep it in there where Sebastian was. Even the couple times that he got to go and stay at his daddy's house, I didn't move it back and forth. That's just too much trouble, right? Well, there's not very good lighting in the bathroom. Well, back in about 2008, when we were like ripping the house up, whatever, we went and bought lighted mirrors for our 2 sinks. Y'all remember the 2 sink story, right? So we got 2 good size mirrors, and then like behind the outsides were lights, and you could either plug them in or straight wire them. Which we were going to straight wire them. Well, we got the bathroom together. We're just still not finished. It's not painted, no trim, nothing like that. And but he just never would put the lights up. Just never would. And this was 11 years ago? So a couple years ago, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go out in that garage mahal. That's what I call it out there. I'm going to get me one of them lights. I got me that big old light. I come in here, I put it together because you had screws and stuff you had to do. Hang on, I need to hang up on this phone call. Okay, listen, if I don't know you, I am not talking. I can promise you that. If I don't recognize your number, you're not going to get my voice. Unless you hear it on the voicemail. And then it's not even me. I don't even think it's me. I might just let the little dude do it. Anyway. So that I put in there, propped up in the corner on my little table thing for my makeup mirror. And it's bright. I mean, you can see some stuff, right? Well, I went from 3 weeks in the bathroom to not seeing anything to in my bedroom today. But what I saw in my mirror that's what I was trying to say. Up here, right here, you can't see it in this. I have a dent in my head. It is an actual dent that you can feel. If you look at it, it's a shadow because of the dent. What happened was, 3 years ago, I had to go have a tooth pulled. It was a really bad abscess, and I go and get put to sleep just because I had some traumatic experiences, and my brother did when we were little, and that has carried with me. I am terrified of the dentist, terrified. So I go get put to sleep. Well, I had taken my medicine that morning, and I take a lot. And there's a lot of them that have, drowsiness as a side effect. So I took it. My best friend, the one that passed, will be 3 years close to Christmas. He took me because I had to have a driver. Well, we were there first thing, got it done. Well, he come in there too. Whenever I was through, they let him come in the room, and he noticed the way they had done my IV, I was gushing blood. It got on me, the chair, the floor. Anyway, that that was an experience. So, hold on. Sorry about that. I'm trying to fight a cough and cold. So, he brings me home. I guess it was the effect of the anesthesia. I guess I was still groggy and out of it. So, I went ahead and took my second dose of medicine for the day, which a lot of it is repeats from the first dose. Okay. Now, y'all that take medicine, you know what happens when you double up on a whole bunch of pills, right? I went to the bathroom and fell asleep on the toilet. Sound asleep. Out of this world. Gone. When I woke up and later, I realized it had been 45 minutes. I had legit been sitting on that toilet like this for 45 minutes. So, hold on. I'm sorry about that. So when I woke up, the first thing you'll do is stand up, right? When I stood up, I didn't realize my whole lower body was numb. It was like it was not there. It was like I was just cut off. That I was a head and a torso. That was it. Because when I stood up, it's just like I hovered in midair and I just went like a tree. I just straight down and I hit my head on the side of the tub. And I started screaming. I'm laughing now, but honey, I was not laughing then. And David, he sleeps during the day, and I'm glad it was not at night. I'm glad he was home. And he starts running down the hall. I hear he walks like an elephant anyway, so you can imagine how he runs. He was running down the hall hollering. I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. He thought I was in the kitchen. So he come in there and he got on the floor and he looked and he's like, oh, honey, we're going to the hospital. He said my head was huge. Obviously, I couldn't see it. I wasn't bleeding. But he said the knot on it, he said, was huge. So I'm like, well, I can't get up. I don't have any legs. They're not working. They're not there. Even if I did, my knees don't work. They're 100% bone on bone. They're useless to me. No pressure, no bending, no squatting, no getting on my knee, nothing. They're useless. So without legs, I'm like, dude, I can't get up. And he's freaking out, right? So this man, who granted is 6'2", he's not a big man, but he's not a small man. He's just kind of your average 6'2" dude, right? He reaches down and he just deadlifts my big old behind up off that floor. I was probably the same weight back then because I've been this weight for several years. So he just deadlifted me up off that floor and I couldn't stand up because I didn't have no legs. So he's ragdoll dragging me through the house, getting me in the car. Anyway, we got to the hospital and it turned out there was nothing broke. I had a nice big old black eye, for a while, and my knee was all busted up. It turned every color of the bruise wheel. So that was pretty bad. But other than that, that was the only thing. So I like to say I have a Frankenhead. So I just thought, you know what? I was looking at my Frankenhead this morning. I'll just tell them how I got my Frankenhead. So now, if you're wondering if that has anything to do with why I act like I act, I'm afraid to tell you no. I was already like this. So and it didn't do the opposite. It didn't knock it out of me. It might have made it worse. I don't know. So I'm gonna head to the dollar store, and then when I come back, if I get anything fun at the dollar store, I'll show you. Like I said, I'll try to come back and show you my thrift store stuff. Okay, I'm back home from the dollar store, and I told y'all I would be shucking that shirt. Too hot. I can't stand it. I just start suffocating. I mean, I keep it 68 in my house. My husband tells me you can hang meat in here. So I like it cold. That's why I like fall and winter. Love it. So I'm just going to show you some of the, well, I'm going to show you the things I got. Nothing special except for one thing. And I'm going to save to the end that you're going to be shocked that I found at the Dollar Tree. The first thing is a very, very common item, but if you don't use this, you should. It is a good cleaner. It's just got bleach in it. I think it does better than actual bleach. I don't know why, but I use this every time I give Flair a bath. When I get through with her, I spray it all down. So I go through a lot of this. But if you've never tried it, you really should. It's a very good cleaner. Now, what did I go for? You remember? Tidy bowl. They didn't have one tidy bowl in the store. So I opted for Scrub and Bubbles drop-ins. Hadn't used this kind in forever. It says it's safe for your septic systems, which we're on city, but still, I guess your pipes and stuff leading up to it could be considered part of that. And they're blue. So that's the important stuff. I get my blue water back. You know what? We had a swimming pool we used to go to as a kid called Blue Waters. I think it's still up there. It's a little bit from the house, but that was like the fancy swimming pool if you went there. And we wasn't fancy people, so when Mama took us there, whew, we thought we was doing something. And they had like picnic tables out where you could bring you food and stuff, and we go sit out there and eat, and then we go back over to the pool. So we thought we was somebody at Blue Waters. Just a little memory. I found this that I thought was really cute. I never buy decorations because I don't have anywhere to put them. Well, you see my junk room. There's nowhere to decorate in here. And in there, Flair takes up one wall. And then the freezer and the refrigerator that they're using takes up a whole corner in the kitchen since the big room's not fixed. Nothing in the living room because my two little side tables have like stuff on them, not decorations. So I guess I'm going to sit this on my TV stand. I don't know. But I just thought it was real cute. Love. And this is like canvas. It's not wood, it's canvas. I just thought it was cute. These, I get these. See, they're little. These are perfect for sandwiches or just little bites of something if you don't feel like messing up a plate, which I just don't hardly anymore because it seems like our dishwasher loads up fast. And you think I'm going to stand there and wash a plate? Y'all must have missed the memo on that because I lie. I will wash a dish. I prefer not to, but I will wash a dish. I washed my dishes this morning, but I still just like to grab a paper plate sometimes. And these little ones, they're like 22 a pack. They're perfect just to make a sandwich on, or just like a little piece of cake I had last night. Just throw it on there, toss it away. Now, this I wanted. I know you've seen the round, like loofah sponges. That's not a sponge; it's like a flat disc. You can like put your hand in it. You can use it to scrub. I wanted those for my face because I have issues down here. I never until, the last so many years of my life have I ever had skin issues. I was always complimented on my skin. No joke. Then this mess, I have a steroid cream the doctor gave me I put on there, but if I don't stay after it, it acts up. So I use that Neutrogena microdermabrasion, but then I don't always feel like doing that. Sometimes I just want to jump in the shower and, just be done. I have the apricot scrub. I use it, but it's not real fine. It's better for your body, really. So I wanted one of those for my face. They didn't have it, but they had these. Have y'all ever seen these? I have never seen these. We're going to open it up because I'm curious. For $1. Give it a try, right? Okay, it's got little... Look at the back. You just hold it like that, I guess. I don't know if that's going to... You know what it feels like? Well, it's silicone, but you know what it feels like? Exactly like those little silicone trays or mats that you get to clean your makeup brushes off. That's exactly what that is. I don't think that's going to scrub my face at all. Well, we'll give it a try. But I got this to go with it. This Yardley charcoal soap. Because it says with bentonite clay to help cleanse and purify. And I need to purify. So I figured, well, I can try that with that. But I tell you, I'm not feeling it about that. I don't. I'll let you know. And then I got this little thing to stick up and put the soap in. Because I don't have anywhere. Okay. I had to cut you abruptly because my phone was ringing and it's got one of those that announces the phone number and talks and all that. So we didn't need to hear all that. But here's my exciting... This is the whole video to see all that other mess I got. So you can see this one cool find. Glade plugins. This is called Nutcracker Delight. Now it's rich hazelnut and praline. It's got scratch and sniff. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, how many did she buy? Who wants to wager? How many did she buy? She bought 5. That's 10. I got 10. Only place I use them is my bathroom because I don't think they radiate out very much. They just kind of stay in one spot, so they really don't even fill my bathroom. But if you go to that one sink, you can kind of get it right there. So I do like one in my bathroom, but that's what I got from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Street. I got that from the Dollar Street today. So I didn't get much. Best thing I got was the Glade. I can't remember how much those things are at Walmart, but I know they a whole lot more than $1. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way and bring in my thrift store finds. So hang on. Now on to the thrift store. So what I lacked in quantity, I think I made up for in quality. So the first place I went was Value Village. We call it the VV. That's what me and Chuck, my bestie, the one that, died. That's what we called it, the VV. Hadn't been there a while. They used to have a whole lot of stuff, and for some reason, the past year, they hardly have anything. I mean, they used to have tons and tons of, housewares. That's my favorite part, is the houseware section. They hardly have anything. I found one cookbook, which I left in yonder, a Taste of Home type cookbook. And I found one thing. I guess you could use it as a pie plate. I got it for a serving dish because sometimes, like, if I have, especially I'm making for, his mom down there, I'll make more of something. I need a bigger something than just a dinner plate. So I found this. And it doesn't have a name on it or anything. But it's good and heavy. $2.12. So, see that? I think that was worth it. I think that'll hold like tonight. I'm making pork chops. I think this would be perfect when I get my pork chops to put them in here as I get them done. So that was the only thing besides the cookbook that I found at the VV. After that, I went to the Goodwill. Now the Goodwill, ooh, they hooked me up. This Fire King jadeite bowl. There was a woman looking at it. I didn't see it. I saw her when she picked it up, and I got the look, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what she's going to do with it. Didn't know how much it was. So she looked, and she did a number like this, and she set it back down. So I let her go on, and here I come. Here I come. Swooped on up in there. I wanted to see how much it was. $5. This was $5, okay? I could not take it. I just could not take it. I have bowls, but I didn't have one of these bowls, so now I do. Also, the Goodwill, as soon as I saw this, I just grabbed it. I did not want anybody to get it. Not that I'm fighting anybody. Nobody was around me. That sounds like I'm in there just elbowing like the Cabbage Patch doll incident in the 80s. None of that. But when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I've got to have this. Check this out. You see how big this is? It is 4-quart. You can't read it. It's the 4-quart. I know some things I'm putting in here. This is what I was saying. It did not come with a lid. So I went to Wanda's because she has, like, the bottom shelf of where her stuff like this is a bunch of lids that goes to this stuff. But all of it was round. There was, like, not a square one in the bunch. I went through all of it. So these are apparently very, very popular lids. I'll probably just go and find me one on eBay because I really want a lid for this. I was so excited about this one, y'all. Then the other thing that I got at the Goodwill was, and it's scratched up, but that they get that way because this peppered chef. Now, do I know what I'm going to cook in this? Is it too big for a cake? Yeah. But all I know is for $4, you don't leave a $4 Pampered Chef stoneware on the shelf. So it came home with me. I couldn't help it. So when I went to Wanda's, I only found one thing. I didn't look at everything because I had already bought. Like, these were cheap, but then put together, you know, that was $14. So it's kind of, you know, getting to my limit what I needed to spend. And then I saw this. The Pampered Chef Ice Shaver. Have y'all ever used one of these? Look at that price. $10. And the whole thing is there. Now, when my kids were little, they had one. And she's got ones at the store because I see them there all the time. But they're missing one important part. And that's these containers. This is what you freeze your juice or Kool-Aid or whatever in. And I have the lids. It came with the lids. So hold on. I'm going to pull it out in case you've never seen one. Came with the paper too. See, there's the lids. You just freeze that. And when you pop it out, I should have had this out of the box already. When you pop it out, it fits right in there. Now you see that blade? It's like a little razor blade. You take the lid and see it's got pokey, like, it'll cut you. Because it clamps onto the frozen. And when you put it down like that, it clamps it. And as you wind it, it pushes it down on that blade. And then it comes out shaved ice. It's cool. Y'all remember the Snoopy Snow Cone machines? This is a Snoopy Snow Cone machine on steroids. So I got that to stick up in my closet for Sebastian next summer. I think he will love it. I also have, I can do regular ice because I have recipes for snow cone syrup that I used to make for the kids. And it's just with Kool-Aid. Just, you know, you don't make it Kool-Aid, you make it, you know, thick. So it's really, really sweet. Diabetes in a jar. But the kids like it. And so I'll just make him some snow cones next summer. I think he'll enjoy that. So I'm going to stick it up there in my closet. And that was my shopping from yesterday and today. Not real exciting, but fun. I had fun and I got out of the house. I got some fresh air. And I think that's all I know. So I'm going to end this video. I think y'all have had enough to look at for today. So I'll see y'all next time.